what's this little thing that Afro will be saying? All right, what? Do you mind? Do you mind?
I was telling you so you could say it with
Toastie,
nigga. You should let me finish.
Toastie, if you want, we could co-host. If you want to do the honors, go ahead.
Shit.
Go ahead, Toastie. Go ahead.
No, you do it.
All right. The nigga wanted to talk before. Anyway, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Beam Struggle, where we do whatever the fuck we want. All right. Now, obviously, you may know Toastie. It seems like you have some gripes on how we're running.
I want to hear Toastie. Toastie,
yeah,
you do the intro.
Go ahead.
All right, bet. Welcome to every Beam Struggle. We're doing whatever the fuck we want to do, nigga. Anyway.
All right, so there we have it. As you can see, neither of us are Afro. Afro, unfortunately, has had some internet issues and is unable to at least stream at the least. So I think he said as early as next week he should be good. But for now, we have some of the homies in chat, and we're gonna be just doing the Beam Struggle, chilling. You know the vibes. We're just gonna be shooting the shit as usual. It's just that we just gonna be missing a couple of niggas. You know the vibes.
This is a Beam Struggle light, if you will.
Yeah, something like that.
My hand hurts.
You said what? It was worth it. It was worth it. Oh.
This is the first Beam of 2021. You know, and I don't think me or Toastie or anybody in here wanted to at least leave you guys dry on the first Sunday. All right, so I think what we can start off talking about is probably like the biggest thing that at least happened over the New Year weekend, which was Wonder Woman dropping. Sheesh. Now I'm not sure.
Well, that was technically Christmas Day, but we didn't watch it.
I mean, that was like the whole holiday weekend. Yeah. So
I did not watch that.
You're lucky.
You really don't need to watch it.
All right.
Just watch. So
before I even watched it, it was definitely like a lot of back and forth on Twitter. Like people saying, "Don't watch it, bro. Don't watch it," and people saying, "Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad." And then that's when I watched it for myself. You know? It didn't.
And how did it go?
All right, so we can run down.
I have it. I've heard enough opinions to know I don't want to watch it. So I'm like,
the movie was ass. The movie
sucked.
Waste of time.
Your title says just chatting. Yeah, we're just chatting. But yeah, so I think me and Toastie like, all right, first thing, me and Toastie said, all right, let's watch Wonder Woman. And then we saw on Twitter people say it was trash. I was like, all right, let's watch Soul instead. But a couple days after we watched Wonder Woman, all right, going into it, very slow start. That's what I'll say. Probably a slow start, like they're building up.
It's literally like 40 minutes of talking.
Yeah,
she's not doing anything.
Not sure where the story's gonna go.
Get a little backstory that means nothing.
Nothing. Like we're not probably getting anything substantial until like the 45, 55 minute mark, And things were kind of like, all right, we'll see where this goes. Not bad.
Yeah.
That's until the story starts to pick up and we get to introduce like the wishing stone. Spoiler! If anybody want to get spoiled, you probably want to we can try to be vague about this as well. It's up to you guys.
No.
Sorry,
that movie sucks.
No,
that movie literally you don't need to watch it.
Spoilers for Wonder Woman 1984, I guess.
Like how people say, oh, this movie didn't need to happen. Like this, this movie actually didn't need to happen. Like this literally does nothing for the character.
All right.
Yeah.
It literally just exists to sell tickets, and then that's it. Well, boo-hoo, there was no tickets, but
Okay. So what I'll say for people that are watching this or watching this in post, you can skip ahead if you don't want to get spoiled. But for now, we will spoil this cinematography piece of shit. All right. So it's not until we get to the stone. All right. Cinematography. Anyway, the first fight sequence I can say where issues came up was the frame rate. Like certain issues started to occur where like she would jump and everything being slow-mo, but like certain aspects will be like in real time. And it was so weird. Like there was nothing like grounding this. Like in reality, is like, is she going super fast? Like, is she?
And it's not like it's the first superhero movie. There's tons you can learn from and look at. And like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it better.
Shit, the first one was better.
The first one was significantly better.
And that's why I was kind of like confused because like the first one had such a good start, and I was definitely invested. and then we got hit with this second one, and I was so confused. First of all, she starts off the movie getting back her love interest in a very interesting way, which I don't think is the most.
It's a problematic.
It's very problematic.
So it literally makes no sense, right? Because the whole plot of this movie is like there's a wishing stone, all right, and the stone be granting wishes, right? It's literally monkey's paw, right? So it does a give and take, right? But you're supposed to wish to the stone, like outright say what you want. She doesn't really outright say what she wants. She just thinks about it, and it comes like everything comes true, right? Meanwhile, every character throughout the whole movie is literally like saying out loud, like, "Hey, I want to wish for this and that." Even the antagonist, who is literally the wishing stone at this point, because he wishes himself to be the wishing stone. Literally says, "Hey, you have to say it out loud. You have to say it." So it makes no sense as to why she just wishes her boyfriend out of nowhere. Like it literally makes.
She start off her wishing stone endeavors by having non-consensual sex with the body of a.
That's what I was alluding.
Yes. Okay. So that was like a huge controversy. Yeah, that was a huge controversy on the timeline.
So from what I understand, she gets her boyfriend back through that wish y'all were just talking about. But it's in a different guy's body. But the different guy is like just some random guy. Like he was alive and walking and living his day, and all of a sudden his body is overtaken by the boyfriend, and then Wonder Woman just has sex with him frame one.
Yep.
Is that how it goes down?
So pretty much.
And she doesn't even bother considering that fact.
The guy's still alive. It's just that she just sees her boyfriend's face, even though it's the guy's. So like this whole time, she's just having sex with some random guy, but she sees her boyfriend that's deceased, and it's kind of, and it's so weird because at the end of the movie, like she's still like, she runs to the same guy that her boyfriend was possessing, and they're just having casual talk. I was like, bro, how is this happening? I will say the fights were definitely like the weakest part of it. Like there was not anything.
I'm not gonna hold you. I forgot they had fights.
It was atrocious.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it fights.
100% honest with you, that movie was just a slog. Like I'll tell you, in superhero movies, like I don't think it's me getting old. Surely 25 ain't the age to where I'm gonna start growing gray hair and shit. But 2 hours and 30 minutes, like, all right, I get it, you're a superhero movie, but you really don't need to pad out. If your movie is as basic and boring as that one, you do not need to have that shit be that long. That movie could have been an hour 45.
It could have been.
It could have low-key been an hour 30.
They could have definitely condensed that intro. It did not need to be that long. In the slightest.
A flashback type deal, because what did that even prove? Just lost.
Yeah, like match. This movie literally does nothing for the universe or the character. Like it brings back a character that should have been dead, right? It ruins all the emotional impact from the first movie, and then ruins continuity for this movie. Like it doesn't do anything. Because like at the end of the movie, like everything's just destroyed, everything's ruined, and it's not mentioned throughout the past movies.
I think going through the whole movie, I was confused how exactly the stone worked, because like, yeah, sure, she wished for her boyfriend. At the same time, like also the secondary villain, Cheetah, comes through and then like wishes just to be just like her. So this whole time I'm thinking like, as she's becoming more like her, Wonder Woman is losing her powers, not knowing that it's because Wonder Woman also made her wish to have her boyfriend. So I was like, what's happening here?
That movie is just all types of confusion.
Also,
yeah, they kind of dropped the ball in the explanation
for the setting. Another time that's been dropped. So pretty much if you haven't seen the movie, a good comparison is that this movie showed that it was in the 80s about as well as Captain Marvel showed that it was in the 90s. Like they'll just show one thing and think, all right, bet people from this time will understand that this means this is this time.
Captain Marvel.
So in this they just show people in those types of clothes. They did about the same job as Hot Tub Time Machine. Like it's just literally that. Like there's nothing else besides to tell you, oh, this is the 80s.
It doesn't do anything for the aesthetic of the movie. Like it just doesn't do anything for it.
Like the first one kind of like had more of a like, obviously like it was like during the war and shit. So it was like, the color grading was like different in those times where it was like, like you see it's a little bit more bleak, like right when she's going up against like on the battlefield or whatever, like it's like super gray and shit. And this one is just like kind of saturated sometimes, and like that's really it. It's boring, is my point.
It was all like, the fight. Like I think at one point she lassos on to like a lightning bolt, and I was just like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that was
That was kind of funny though.
I'm
that
good.
made me laugh.
the thing in concept, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome in concept, right? But the thing is, this movie's been boring and jarring this whole time. When you see that, you're just kind of like, what?
What the fuck am I looking at? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It was just, I don't know.
My chat's telling me there's a guy in a scene wearing AirPods and has his iPhone out.
Well, they pay attention.
I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it because I didn't recognize that.
And it sucks because this movie has like good actors, you know. We're not shitting on the actors, but it's like it sucks because they're there, right? And you're like, oh, you know, Pedro Pascal, you got Gal Gadot, you know, you got all these like nice actors, and they should ruin by the script.
All right. First of all, let's not go too far now, Dullpen. Let's not say nice actors and then Gal Gadot in the same sentence. I don't know about that one there.
No, hold on. No, I'm a cape here because one thing I will say is, she kind of nailed the crime because we actually saw a lot of emotion out of her in this movie, which was surprising because this movie sucked. No, that's true. That's true.
I disagree. Like, I don't know about that.
I'm trying to watch the movie as in like, when is it gonna be over? Why is it 2.5 hours? Who thought this was a good idea? Where's the Snyder cut?
Can we bring that up? Movies do not need to be 2.5. I get the superhero movies are real big.
Don't.
Movies do not need to be 2.5 hours.
They
Like
don't.
in-game warrants the length. I can't think of most of them.
Like Endgame, Infinity War. That's fine. That's like the culmination of like the entire series at that time. I don't need a 2.5-hour Wonder Woman movie.
This movie was bloated as shit. Also,
empty calories.
Back on the actor thing real quick. I think the only really good actor in this movie, like the only one, all right, I won't say the only good actor, but I'll say the only one that really acted very well was Pedro.
Yeah.
Other than that, I just don't think.
I will say
He was on the screen. I'm like, let's go.
I will say.
I don't even think Chris Pine did that great of a job, and I like Chris Pine a lot, but I just don't think he did that great of a job in this movie.
The ending delivery where he was like, "I renounce my wish," and then stormed off did have.
Okay, that was.
I renounce my wish.
I mean, it wasn't that bad until they showed the cut of him just running.
The storm
It was
off
awful.
literally had me.
Basically, that movie was just a bunch of empty calories. A lot of stuff didn't need to be there. It just, I don't know. They dropped the ball. It could have been better.
It literally was all over the place. Like
Warner Bros. Making me sad.
They were doing too much.
I was wholly caping for them after they made Shazam and shit. I'm like, oh man, they really on the upswing. Oh, I'm so hyped. And then they made Birds of Prey. I'm like, and then the 184. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, I've heard very mixed reviews. Was Birds of Prey awful?
I mean, it's really a toss up. You can either love it or hate it.
I was gonna say I've heard very
I
mixed
didn't
shit on
hate
Birds of Prey, so I don't know what to.
It suffered a lot of things from the very first Suicide Squad, where like out of place music placement. It was just all over the place, to be honest.
Yeah.
You could love it and you could also hate it, or you can think it's okay. It really.
I find it
really
better
weird.
than fucking Wonder Woman. So.
Oh, I think it's better than Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take much.
Yeah. This movie was ass.
Bruh, even like that final fight with Cheetah, like they're fighting, thunder's going off, you know, like they're in the water. She puts the electricity in the water. It's like, all right, surely this should kill. I'm like, nope, she's fine. It's like, nothing's making sense. Remember, like she was in the water, and then like Cheetah like fell in the water and like was zapped, and like we're all thinking that she's dead.
Yeah.
I was trying to bring logic into that, and I was just like, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's a god. The gods don't. Nah.
Also, she's just like
I
swinging with
personally threw all
electric
my
wires.
logic shit out the window as soon as she grabbed on the lightning.
I feel like
I get she probably did in the comics, but I threw all my. I was like, all right, you know what? That's what kind of move we're being. Sure, whatever. I didn't give a fuck about the Cheetah thing. I'm gonna keep it honest. I'd just rather that Cheetah's character wasn't so weird.
Honestly,
It was so corny.
I do hate
It was
that
really corny.
stereotype.
honestly,
it was like her.
I wasn't a fan of the casting for Cheetah when I first saw it. I knew
the
it wasn't
gradual
gonna be all
ramp
that
up of
great.
her character development was definitely weird because it started off first like wanting to be like her, and then randomly, I guess I don't know if the power got to her, but randomly she just started beating up on homeless people. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
She just started-
What is
so-
the correlation?
So the exchange for her power, like they said, was like her humanity, right? Because she's so kind and sweet, right? So when she made the wish of wanting to be like Wonder Woman, like they ended up taking away her humanity, and they said it in the most corniest way too. I was like, this is awful. This is so bad.
beating
I
up.
don't care about no damn humanity. That's not something worth losing. I'll give it away in a minute if that means I get to whoop ass. That's not
This is
not
worth
something
losing,
about-
I I was very excited after coming after Wonder Woman, like the first one, like I said, and like seeing this one, I'm apprehensive.
Yeah, no,
for the third
I love
Wonder
the
Woman.
first one.
All right, well, we're just gonna have to hope that this is the downswing of movies. You know, these two were the
I don't
duds,
know,
and then
man,
that the Batman and the Suicide Squad are like the movies that are
Batman
like,
Batman looks promising.
Batman.
I hope they don't fuck up Shazam because I really like Shazam 1. I don't know what the fuck they're doing for Flash. We haven't heard anything about Flash.
fuck that movie.
Anyway.
The Suicide Squad though, by the Guardians of the Galaxy, nigga, that's it.
Promising.
I want to see that. John Cena playing whatever that nigga's name is. Yeah.
DC Captain America.
Yeah. Way too many fucking, what was it? Enchiladas?
Wait,
Oh, you haven't seen that shit? Hold on.
I'm sorry, what?
There was a scene where he had to eat an enchilada,
Yeah.
and he kept messing. Well, I guess the scene kept just fucking up. Like it wasn't it. He didn't get the right take. So he kept doing and kept eating enchiladas until he got the right take. And this is him on I think number 32. And my Nans is not having a good time.
Hold on.
I've seen that picture before. I did not know the content.
Yeah, he at that point he is on like in the 30s for his enchiladas, and he is just not having a good time at all.
This is a very
Interesting.
That's
Moon, you showing it to the stream?
yeah. Very interesting.
He's going through it.
Tired of these damn enchiladas.
Nans is having.
You also can't take him seriously in that outfit. Like you just can't.
I guess like it took a while for me to get used to The Rock, but I don't know. Just seeing him. Also, I think The Rock is gonna be what?
Black Adam.
Black Adam.
yeah.
Wonder how that's gonna be. I mean, he's no stranger to acting. You know, after a couple Fast and Furious, there's a couple of Tooth Fairies, a couple of Kevin Hart spin-offs and shit like that.
A solid Doom movie.
Yeah, you know, like
The Rock went through all that, and then he became the #1 actor. Like,
yeah.
highest paid, all that stuff.
Rampage
He literally got a
was carbon
sidekick, him and Kevin Hart go everywhere.
of what's that one movie? Los Santos? Is that what it is?
Is it
San Andreas?
Was he
San
also?
Andreas.
Not,
There we go.
was he also? Wasn't he
Lost
also?
Santos.
It was,
Hey, man,
like, Rampage was a carbon copy of that movie.
At least he was in the
But
right
it was
area.
good.
Meanwhile, the most I've seen from John Cena is what, the Scooby-Doo movie? Like that's,
No, he was what
No,
was it, the Marine?
John Cena was also in Bumblebee. You don't remember him?
Oh yeah,
he was in Bumblebee?
Yeah, he was the main fucking military.
Oh,
nigga.
yeah,
he was
you're
one of the
right.
ones.
He did an adult movie called like Cock Block or something.
But let's just say like
he was
Huh?
Yeah, he has been in Cockblock. He was in the what was it? LeBron was in it. Amy Schumer or something. It was in some movie.
those don't sound like the best actors to bring up.
It's not.
A well-known,
Yeah.
a well-known
It's not.
athlete
I know he was on a
and
couple
a
episodes
washed
of Psych.
comedian.
He also beat up Fred in that one movie.
Good.
You guys are
He
not
beat
giving
that
me.
nigga's ass. Thank God.
Do you guys see
But
the
Moon,
difference?
he was in Psych.
I'm naming like Fast and Furious. You guys say, "Oh yeah, the Fred movie." I was like,
Isn't he
you
gonna
guys-
be in the next Fast
Do you
and
guys
Furious?
see the difference going on here?
Hey, but listen,
I made that
John was
one.
worried about wrestling more so. Now he's just faced on movies. Now look at him. He's in a
I'm pretty
superhero
sure
movie.
he just went to China to record some big Chinese movie. That's where he's been. And then COVID hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's
Like, he was
that.
gone
But
for a while doing that.
But how
He's,
recent was that though?
He's DC Captain America. Now he's
And-
gonna be in Fast and Furious.
He's
He's
also
Vin
in the
Diesel's
credits
brother.
of Thor Ragnarok as himself. Now, where is he? Who knows?
I don't like you.
He
Well,
is in
he's
the
not
credits
seen
though.
him. You can't see him.
I don't like.
Fair
I
enough.
don't like either of you.
Fair enough.
But what was it? Moon, you've seen the trailer for the new Fast and Furious, right?
No.
No.
All right, so he's in the new Fast and Furious, and apparently he plays Vin Diesel's brother.
Okay.
So
Huh.
you know, he's he's
I'm not mad at that. I'm not
Yeah,
mad
get
at
up
that.
there. Now this is also the same movie where I think somebody punches a car and it flies. So who
Listen,
knows?
Fast and
It
Furious
is,
has
it
been
is
ramping
Fast and
it up.
Furious. We are already
Yeah,
on
like
our
no
way.
one is like surprised when Fast and
Yeah.
Furious does some
Man.
dumb shit.
It was,
Get them
it was
niggas
like
powers. Give them superpowers already.
You're the
no,
Avenger.
they have them already. It was like the 7th or 8th movie. I think it was 7, where Vin Diesel, they're on the top of like a crumbling garage complex, but like it's still held together. It's still concrete and fucking rhubarb. And Vin Diesel looks at the bad guy at like the top floor, and he stomps the ground with his foot, and the concrete and rhubarb crumbles away, and the whole building collapses.
Bro,
I'm not making this up.
No, he's not wrong.
I was like, this movie, like these movies used to be about driving cars, man. But like,
Jacking cars and
bro,
shit
they're
like
Now
that.
making
they're
their own
better.
MCU.
Now they jacking bodies.
Now the superheroes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say,
Mhm.
The movies became better when they became about superheroes.
You're high.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with that at all.
Them shits are fun now.
Methamphetamines, Toastie.
I like
do
the
not
better
fuck
way
with
with
car
about
movies, bro.
cars.
I don't.
Damn.
But I do fuck with superheroes.
At least me and Thunder is somebody. Thunder.
No,
Y'all
I agree.
niggas
Those
also
movies
both
did
like
get
football.
better.
I don't, so.
Those movies changed genre completely.
Yeah, they was
What
like,
was-
hey
what
man,
was it
superhero
after?
movies are making money. Shit, we want more money.
That's like Mario being a platformer, then just turns into an FPS.
I would. I mean, what was it, Mario
What is that,
Rabbids?
Sunshine?
That sounds like Banjo-Kazooie become a platformer, and then becomes about a game about car. Oh, all right.
Huh?
Oh,
And now my feelings are hurt. While we're kind of still on the subject about movies, though, do you guys think if we were born in the age where if we were born and movies were still happening, in the age where the internet didn't exist, do you guys think we would genuinely be shocked when the Spider-Man movie comes out and all the other Spider-Mans are there, and it would like blow us away? It would be-
Yeah.
Yes,
blow
very
yes, they
much
would
so,
blow us
yes.
away. And we would talk about it forever.
Because
It's like-
because there would be obviously people talking about like the rumors, but you wouldn't know for sure. You wouldn't get the fucking Deadline article saying, "Oh, they are cast to play in fucking this movie."
Yeah.
So you'd be like, "Oh no, man, that'd be so hype that happened." It'd be like when your friends told you that Goku was going Super Saiyan 50 in the next episode, but you don't think he actually is. But if he did, you'd be going, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Shout out
you
my
know.
man, Super Saiyan 50.
50 already?
Damn.
Bro, that 50 is that
Oh,
one image with
God.
all the hair, with the fucking bunch of hair.
Oh no, the one is like and everything.
He's already stepping on it.
Stepping on niggas. Other than that, after Wonder Woman, a really good movie is Soul. Me and Toastie
I've
watched
yet to
Soul.
watch that movie.
Soul hits. I
Yeah,
think,
Every time I see somebody talk about it, they're always crying about how good it is. And I kind of want to see it. I want
and
to cry.
I've been
I
keeping
kinda
up with most Disney movies. Like, I think we watched Onward. We watched Onward.
Yeah.
I watched the recent. Hold on, I gotta bring up what's all the recent Disney movies real quick. Hold on, let me see. At least when
High
it comes to
School
Movies
like,
on were good.
Also, Moon is in Soul. If you didn't know, Chad.
You mean Disney? You mean Disney or you mean Pixar specifically?
Disney, Pixar. You know their whole lineup. I mean, I still consider.
I mean,
Pixar
yeah. I was just saying if
un-
you're talking about
I
Soul
consider
specifically.
Pixar under like still like the Disney like umbrella, but yeah, if you
They
want,
they are under Disney.
if
It's
you
just
want to
that
like split up
Disney
between
makes their
Pixar-
own animated films too.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying like if you want to split up between Pixar and Disney, you know, we could do that because as of
It's
late-
less movies to focus on. We just look at Pixar.
True.
Since Pixar don't make that many movies.
Oh, that's
compared.
true.
All right, Disney movies. Let me see. All right, so Onward. I think they had a Dory movie. Hold on, let me see. I'm looking.
Yeah,
at
unfortunately, Dory did come out in 2016. We had Incredibles 2.
I didn't hear a lot of Disney.
not.
Incredibles 2 was,
Incredibles 2 wasn't.
Did not like them. Did not
It
like
It
wasn't
was
them.
a letdown.
terrible.
A lot
It
of
wasn't
people.
terrible, but it was a letdown.
Coco, which was fire.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
Coco's
to
fire.
Coco was
Great.
amazing.
All right, hold on.
Coco, I love Coco. Coco was awesome.
Coco.
I wanted to make I want to make a Pixar tier list because now it's like I think it's genuinely divisive on like where
Yeah.
you put your
Frozen-
Pixar movies.
Frozen 2, which I only
I
heard people
haven't
talk
seen
about
it
for
yet.
like 2
I haven't
weeks,
seen
and
the
that
first
was
one.
it.
Yeah, they didn't keep both
Like
Frozen movies.
when Frozen
When
1
people
came
cut-
out, that's all you
people
heard
cut-
people talk about.
People kept saying it was better than Lion King, and Alpha that blasphemy on its own. I
Oh,
decided
I
never
never
to
heard
watch
that,
it.
but I'm not watching it.
Toy
I
Story
mean, I
4.
saw Frozen through Kingdom Hearts. I think that's all I need to know.
You wanna know what? You wanna know what let me down with Frozen?
Mhm.
There were a couple things. Number one, I felt like there was too much singing. Like I get it's a Disney movie, it's gonna have it's gonna have the vocals, but like Frozen, it felt like every 5 minutes they were breaking into a 13-minute song, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
But number two, when they did the previews for Frozen before it came out, 90% of the previews they showed Olaf. You would have thought the movie was about the tiny little snowman, right?
Yeah.
He's in the movie for like 8 minutes. Like he talks like 8 minutes. He's barely there. Like
know
everything
what-
else.
you know what
is
movie they
consistent.
did that
I felt
to?
heavily misled going in
No.
there.
I told you, what's the kangaroo movie? I felt so
Kangaroo
finesse.
Jack?
Kangaroo Jack. Because if you
Kangaroo
remember,
Jack is great.
if you remember the
No, it's not.
commercials for
No,
Kangaroo
it's
Jack,
That
no,
movie
no.
is great. I
That
don't
movie
care.
is absolutely
We
terrible,
got
and you know
finesse
it.
for Kangaroo Jack because the commercials was all the kangaroo rapping. You know, he's
Yeah.
talking,
And that
he
was just basically 2 minutes
2
of
minutes,
that,
not
and then
even.
the
talked for 2 minutes.
A minute 30 of that movie.
I
I
was
enjoyed that movie
robbed.
as a kid. Now, am I watching it now?
I enjoyed
That
it.
movie's absolutely terrible.
I was
That is-
robbed.
I'm just not gonna watch it now.
Robbed.
I'm gonna let that memory of my childhood stay the same. Didn't he make a cartoon
Right?
movie out of that?
I don't know.
Something like that. They made.
They did make a cartoon or something.
I remember that.
I know the exact reason. Kangaroo Jack was way too well animated for the time, and they did not have enough money for that shit. They was like, fuck.
Kangaroo Jack is absolutely fucking trash.
That shit is garbage. Thank you.
Thank you, Afro.
But what I will say, Soul was probably like the best Disney movie that we've had since probably Coco.
I think that's my top 3 favorite movies.
Honestly, it shot up there, like the culture, like the diversity in characters, like that shit just hit. Even on cause like, even Onward, they try to pull like that emotional heartstrings, and I didn't feel the way that Soul did it. You know,
it didn't hit the same mark.
Yeah,
and I also feel like it has like a lot of value a second time around because like, without saying too much, like there's a perspective it tries to get you to look at what they like from the guy's perspective of his interpretation of it. And then like when you get to the end, it's like how they portray what life is and the meaning of all that shit, and like, you know, it's like then you look back at like the other characters, it's just like, damn, like she was actually spitting throughout this, like
the whole
thing.
Like,
yeah, that shit's fire.
I only know one scene from Soul, and it's when they make fun of the Knicks. And off of that basis, I have to watch the movie. It was like, I've been doing this one for 20 years, and the Knicks losing. Yeah,
there were some good jokes in that too. Even I don't know, cause like maybe because it's probably like one of the only movies, at least that I know, that like they actually focused on like at least the black culture and shit. So like that whole like interaction in the barbershop, or like when he goes to see his mom, like I don't know, it felt real. Whereas,
the mom scene that I felt that
you never really saw anything like that with like Andy in Toy Story, you know, like you only saw like one interaction with Andy and his mom, and that was it, you know.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
What? I'm trying to think of other movies where the kids have regular interaction with their parents. The only one I can think of is it called Inside Out, the one with the emotions in her brain?
Yeah.
Okay, I just recently watched that. That shit is not bad.
Yeah,
that's
pretty decent.
Yeah,
it is solid. It's a really cool movie. I've learned firsthand, if you're younger, you probably will not see the allure of it, because I was watching Discord with Toastie, and this kid, someone who's like 16, whatever, he's like, yeah, the second half of the movie is like really bad. It's like, yeah, it's interesting how you'd say that being like 16 or whatever.
Nigga was born when the movie came out itself.
It's all about like puberty and shit.
I didn't see much about dinosaurs. That movie came and went, and I don't really want to talk about like the live action Lion King, because that one.
All right, but like we got to talk about Up though. We can't leave
before
Up
you get
out.
into that, I have a quick question. Did that second Croods or something come out? What is it, Croods?
Yeah, so apparently the Croods is like sleeper really good. I saw the first one forever ago. I don't remember a lot about it.
Yeah, the second one's out now though, or not?
Is it? I've seen previews for it out the ass.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Up is fire.
Up is fire. I would probably say Finding Dory was alright, but I think Finding Nemo, the first one, was definitely.
Of course. I remember Finding Nemo way better than I remember Finding Dory.
Yeah.
Finding Dory wasn't bad, but it was just like,
Bro, you're not Nemo.
You're not Nemo. I'm not
Pixar
trying to find you.
Be this top heavy. I'm making the tier list, and it should not be this top heavy.
I think me and Thunder,
Pixar tier list.
Me and Thunder are thinking about it. One of these days, I need to do a Beam Struggle versus where we compare like the OSTs for like all of the Disney movies.
I'd be down to do a VOD nuke Beam Struggle.
Honestly,
a VOD nuke.
Where we would play the songs and like rate them.
Oh my gosh!
That sounds like
really
fun.
living on the edge.
No, because the only people that are really taking shit down is the RIAA, and they're not taking down Disney songs. They'll mute your VOD.
The idea we had, Afro, is like everyone who wanted it would be assigned like their favorite OST movie. Like Hom wants Tarzan, right? Somebody will want Lion King. Somebody will want Aladdin, right? And then you kind of do like a versus thing where you pick a couple tunes and put them head to head, and you can play it one after the other, and then everybody votes. Kind of thing.
Phil Collins.
Okay. Oh, so like
it'd be a tournament.
Yeah. So you're pushing it. Oh, that's high.
Right?
Yo, a nuke. Yeah. That's fire. That's fire. A nuke beam. A
Phil Collins just provides
nuke the VOD Beam Struggle.
I'm down for that.
Claims on YouTube.
You gotta be there.
That sounds fire. We could couldn't even put that on the channel. It's like, I guess we can tell them, it's just like, hey, you got to come through.
For it.
Yeah.
It's a special event that goes. Yeah.
Honestly,
if we do a link video on the Beam channel or whatever, like, hey, we're doing a one-time only, boys.
I'll just mute it and then tell them what song we're playing, and then you have to go listen to it. But either you got to be here.
All right.
Yo, it would be a lot of work, but imagine we do that shit, right? And then like for the Beam, It's like we would fucking do our own version of every song type beat. A lot of work, and I don't think nobody would do that, but that would be hilarious if that would ever come true.
A lot of effort.
That is a lot of, but that would be so fun. The copyright free version.
Also, all right. Dumbo, I didn't know Dumbo existed until somebody said, "Yo, what about Dumbo?" And it's there's a live action Dumbo that nobody.
That's also ass.
It was ass.
I'm not watching that.
Oh, that was a live action Dumbo.
Non-live action
was garbage.
Dumbo was racist, and live action Dumbo was ass.
Bruh.
It was the only live action thing they made that lost money. Ass.
All right, I brought this up with Toastie, but I won't bring it up with y'all. So the Mulan movie, there's no songs in that. Is it even worth?
No,
it is not.
No,
worth
I'm not watching it for just other reasons, not the movie itself. That
the structure of the movie, yeah.
At least here's the thing, Afro. You want to hear why Mulan? I guess it didn't flop. Did Mulan actually make money back?
I have no idea.
The model changed, so we actually, I don't think we know.
Mulan was so fucking bad. I remember a meme, I watched it, and that shit was like all the other live action movies I could enjoy for what they were. Yeah. Mulan was just incredibly bad.
All right, so Thunder, I'm gonna tell you, no.
It was 200 million USD budget. It made 70 million USD.
Oh my god!
Wait. To be fair, it probably would have still made the money back if it wasn't for the pandemic. Because remember, they didn't release this movie in theaters. They did some dumbass shit actually. They made you pay like $30 to watch it at launch. They wanted $30 to watch it at launch. Are you high?
Bro, on theaters, niggas off of the name would have definitely came in more for sure.
Okay, so here's part of the reason Mulan was destined to fail, and the fact that Disney is not doing these live action movies well. The Chinese, which this movie, the big market was going to be in China for this on top of the USA, but the Chinese did not like Mushu, and they didn't like the singing because it was disrespectful to Chinese culture. So they got rid of those, which arguably at the classic Disney were the best parts of the movie. So you already knew it was going to be we knew it was going to be downhill over here.
Is that why they did that?
Yeah, but then on top of that, the actress who played Mulan came out during the protest in support of the government and not.
That's still going on.
Yikes!
So
that's what turned me off to that movie heavily.
We knew it was trash. Now the Chinese don't want to see it. So the whole thing was just. I think it was destined to fail. That was cooked before it came out. I don't know how much COVID mattered on that one.
I know. That's crazy.
No, her doing that made me not want to watch that movie. I was gonna watch it regardless.
Have a lot of I guess was that movie blocked in certain places because of that or anything to that degree?
If it's China, it probably was blocked.
No, I doubt it. I don't know why.
I don't think it was blocked.
No, China blocked it.
I just know motherfuckers were kicking arrows that were fired from a bow.
No,
the second I saw that shit, I was like, all right.
It sounds like an Overwatch.
Oh, apparently it was blocked in China.
At them with their
bro.
So
no, not even just that. So they would shoot the arrows, then they would just deflect them by kicking it, like they fucking did it like a back X in Fighter. And then when it gets fired back, you know what they do? They would just catch it. I'm like, bro.
All right.
So what Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? All right.
It was that, but as cheesy as possible.
All right. One of the live actions that I liked a lot. There's two that I like: Jungle Book and low-key, high-key, Aladdin. I fucked with Aladdin.
Oh, Aladdin was great.
I was on the side of that movie. Isn't actually garbage.
It wasn't bad.
The joint with the shit with Will Smith.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
my only thing with Aladdin is just makes me want to watch the actual cartoon. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Here's my one grip of people who criticize the live action movies. It's wow, they disrespected the cartoon. Bro, the cartoon is still there. The cartoon is still going to be great. The cartoon is still going to be great if the live action doesn't live up to it. You can watch both and still be entertained.
I think the bigger concern there's more so what it does to the legacy of that series or that show or that movie or that cartoon on top of
Lion King.
Well, but not only that, more importantly, right, at least in my opinion, is the fact that you have a lot of people, remember, we're getting old, who've never fucking seen the original shit, right? So their first time seeing it is that shit. And then if it's trash, it's okay, my first introduction to whatever it was, whether it be Lion King or Jungle Book, was some garbage shit. But not saying that those are garbage. I didn't see them. But say, because let's say a nigga I don't know. Let's say you've never seen Death Note, and the first time you see Death Note was that live action Netflix.
Okay, real quick.
But I'm just saying. But that's real shit.
Because the live action
that was
was
my
definitely
brother.
my first taste of Death Note.
Mikey's shitting. Is it an extreme in comparison? Because it sounds
No,
like extreme.
that's an extreme comparison.
No, it's not.
No. Real quick, Killer.
But it's not like I made it
my
up.
brother was
That's
over
real
here.
shit.
I was trying to get him into anime, and I'm just like, hey, you should peep Death Note. He's like, ugh, that shit was trash. I'm like, oh, you watched it? Yeah, that movie was awful. I'm like, bro, the anime.
Are you guys talking about the Netflix adaptation or
Yeah.
The
To
Netflix
Lotus's
one.
point. To Lotus's point.
The Japanese one.
Ain't nobody watched the Japanese one over here?
I ain't watched that.
I saw the Japanese one.
That was the only nigga
It's
that
not
you
always
watched.
about you. It's not always about you.
I'm not saying it is, but
I've
to
seen the
my
Japanese
Japanese
rules. No, you don't,
one.
nigga.
I'm talking about Netflix.
Oh, well, yeah, that shit was trash. No.
But that's
Bro,
what I'm
shut
saying.
up.
Some niggas' first time ever hearing about Death Note was the Netflix movie, and they're like, "Wow, Death Note fucking sucks." It's that shit them nerds been talking about.
Yo, that's kind of the energy he had too, bro. What the fuck?
Because me being me, I know that's how I would think. I'd be like, "This the bullshit y'all niggas been gassing."
I'm so worried about what's gonna happen to this Avatar live action because like we already got destroyed once, and the fact that the showrunners of the original anime, it's an anime, fucking, of the original cartoon, backed out because there were creative differences has me really worried. Like
Avatar, that saying was an anime, they call it a cartoon.
you have the Bible to get this shit to be great. What's there to like?
What is the details on that anime thing?
I don't know.
Avatar.
Well,
Excuse me.
the anime is a rumor for like allegedly. There's a live action. There's a alleged another sequel to Avatar, which is only just
it's not even alleged. It's public. The
Earthbending Twins thing.
The original showrunners of the original cartoon were in charge of it, but they left. They split because of creative differences.
We're talking about two different things. There's a rumor for like there's a rumor for like an actual like anime like to follow like Earthbending Twins, and that's just
a new series.
Okay. I know about that, but I thought we were talking about the live action.
We're talking about live action. Yeah.
So where is that supposed to be at?
What do you mean?
Where's it supposed to be on?
Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just trying to know where it's going to be on.
Oh yeah. No, it was a Netflix thing, and again, Netflix gave them a check, but I guess Netflix wanted to step in and be like, do this, do that, and they were like, no, so they backed out. So it's still happening. It's still happening without the original showrunner. Now it could still be fire, but the fact that the people who literally created and wrote it backed out is like worrisome.
Yeah,
that's big worrisome.
Yeah.
We already got hurt once by Avatar. Like, look, I know Dragon Ball Evolution is like the meme, but like to me, one of the worst movies of all time was the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
I feel like
Bro,
a part of the reason
that's so weird that they're gonna impose their vision on the original creator's vision, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Because there you have the source material.
Nah, you don't know how to write this.
Like you have the source material.
It's like, bro, this is their shit. What is he talking about?
You have the
especially when they do it for like trends. They're like, we have to put this in, and we can't leave this out. It's like, Nick, are you serious?
It's like we want Avatar, but we want more spice. Like what?
Right.
Well, how about you go rent your own
market research nigga just come in and be like, well, according to this.
Actually,
I mean, to be honest,
of what works,
our
data
shows.
They could do like a whole new series based on the Avatar series. Like they could follow like the Earth Avatar if they wanted to and do their own thing. Like sure.
Yeah.
Now, real quick to those twins shit. I heard that theory for a long time. Where did the twins concept come from? Like what Earthbending twins? Like where'd that from?
I forgot where, but it is a rumor. I'm not sure where it like originated from or whatnot.
Well, is the twins thing coming from the rumor, or is that something mentioned in Avatar previously? And that's what's supposed to come.
Oh no, they're supposed to be like the next, like I guess after Korra or something.
They're next in line.
Yeah.
Next in line.
But I'm saying like the twins detail about them, was that something that was like said in the show or from the rumor?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not said in the show. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just like. I heard this shit for a while ago.
Yo,
I'm like,
same,
did I miss
same.
something?
Like,
This
for
is
all we know,
this is probably not happening, dog.
For all we know,
so it's old.
Yeah, for all we know, it's probably some nigga off of like Reddit, like just started that whole rumor. We don't know, but all we know is a rumor.
I will say this: if they do Avatar twins, that shit is.
Nah, it wouldn't be Avatar
I feel
twins.
like one would be like the Avatar, and the other twin.
Yeah, the other one is just.
Yo,
Yeah,
live in the shadow.
If you really wanted to see some Avatar twins, there's a series out there by the name of Twin Star Exorcist. That's similar concept.
But you don't trust me. Trust me.
Tell him again.
I'm gonna let Lotus have it. I'm gonna let Lotus have it.
My brother is Avatar. I'm gonna be tight.
No, but like,
imagine
like,
you're
that wouldn't
twins
make
when that
sense.
happens.
Because like, Okay, time to get nerdy. Adjust my glasses, but the spirit of the avatar is singular, right? So how would they be playing?
Shut your bitch.
I'm mad he said I'm gonna get my glasses.
It's the whole little voice too. I hate you.
My glasses.
It's Rava, not Ravas. Come on, guys. Who's in Korra?
I'm sick.
I'm here to push the agenda of Twin Star Excellent.
All right. But let me ask you a question, right? Let me
Uh-huh.
ask you a question. A choice, right? Well, before I pose this choice, who knows the story of like Zuko when he met his mom?
I do.
I know.
That's out there.
I know.
Okay.
That shit's fire.
Would you rather have that shit adapted or another twin?
I'll take that.
I want book 4. You give me book 4 animated, and I don't care about anything else.
Zuko is one of the best characters, period, in the entire Avatar series.
Yeah.
I think
I will fight anybody that disagrees.
All they gotta do is animate like that whole little comic thing, that timeline from the first bit after the series, then Zuko, and then the ending bit. I'll take that way over another anime.
Dog, I've been advocating for book 4 for the longest time. Book 4 is just great.
Not to mention,
I'm confused.
Why you? I have one question for you. Where's my mother? It's like, bro, you can't end it on that. Come on.
Wait, why are you calling it book 4? Because isn't it 3 different parts? Is that all one book?
It ends on book 3. Airbender does.
No.
So you say
book 4? I just call it book 4 because that's just.
There's 3 different parts. So where do you read it? I ordered the comics on Amazon. I can send you the link. Hold on.
There's a couple different like stories that they talked about.
Yeah. So like the first story right after, it's like essentially this nigga Zook. You care if I tell you just like the synopsis, or do you want me to
go for it?
You can do this. Synopsis.
The first story is like this nigga Zuko was just like, Aang, if I act like my father, end me, right? And then along that journey, you kind of see like Aang adapting to the Avatar afterwards, and like Zuko kind of doing shit like his daddy or whatever the fuck. And then the second one is like Azula and the mom, that shit was like really fucking dark. At certain points, it threw me off how dark that was. I would not be on Nickelodeon. But
have you seen the comic story and shit for it?
Bro.
Yeah, I did.
Is that worth watching?
Yeah. But the only thing is like because I've read it and all the comic shits he reads, like he doesn't show all the details of all the panels.
Lotus, I would recommend you watch a channel called Movie Flame. He has a really good breakdown of like.
You got a link?
I couldn't get a link for you. I got you. But he doesn't like read down like the whole panel, but he gives like a really good synopsis that you get a really good understanding what happened.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't want to get the hard thing. I thought you would be.
If you want to get the hard thing.
I didn't say I don't.
You might, but if you want a synopsis.
Okay.
Because they both kind of give you synopsis. If you're looking at that whole synopsis type channel type thing.
What does this Toastie put in here?
That's the big slut burger.
Yeah.
Yo, you know, when you gave that channel that you're recommending, I saw Toastie put that, and that fucked up my head. Like,
that did watch the movie, but I'm like, I recovered though.
So I'm just like, wait, that's the channel.
What the hell what is in this? Is that
meat?
One thing I don't
what
really like.
What is this shit? What is this?
What?
This thing right here. What is this?
Wait, what are you pointing to?
Wait, I don't
look at my stream.
Oh, this nigga making us work. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's describe it to the thing between like the fucking.
I think that's a wiener.
So it's like under some bacon, but like above some roast beef.
Oh, that's shrimp. That's shrimp. That's shrimp.
That's shrimp.
That's shrimp.
That burger is about to make me throw up, bro. That's disgusting.
So you throw up, nigga? Yeah, all right. Then you gonna say different.
Shrimp tucked the. Yo, you think I'm fat as fuck?
You gonna slurp that shit down?
I'm sick of your bitch ass.
I'm mad. He said slurp.
You.
Oh shit. All I'm thinking about is that scene from Lion King, the Hakuna Matata.
One thing I don't really care for, like in Avatar, like since they're kind of moving it along in society, like I've been caring less because I like the original Avatar for like the ancient Chinese mystic settings and shit. And then Korra, I just did not care about the whole industrial.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Korra's fire. Korra's fire from start to finish.
Korra?
That's a tiny. Korra's good.
No, let me tell you. Here's the thing.
Good.
When you start Korra, you do not like her character. By the time you finish all 4 books, like, you know what?
And you don't like her character. Yeah, you don't like her character.
All right. We're talking about Avatar?
Yeah.
All right, Ram, get all your shit out the way before I start talking. Go on.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, because you're definitely wrong.
Good, bro. Tell them why you think it's good.
Go ahead.
I literally just rewatched Korra, and I fuck with it from start to finish. This is the one problem with Korra. So Airbender is dope because it's one single story from start to finish. Korra is chaotic. It's too much shit's happening. But that's exactly why it's dope, because like Korra was set up with basically Aang's legacy, because he wanted to create like the whole Republic City and shit, and unify everybody, unify all nations. But obviously people can't get together. They can't get along. So the thing that makes Korra so dope is you get to kind of see like the society after the life of Aang, and that's why I fuck with it. But it is chaotic. There's not really that many Lobo characters. There's no Sokka. I mean, you have Bolin. You have like characters like that who are kind of dope and memorable, but they're not ever going to be Sokka. You're never going to get an Aang in there. You're not going to get Last Airbender and Korra.
Okay.
And I think that's the big problem. A lot of people go into Korra expecting to get the same shit you got from Avatar.
But you know why they expect that, right?
Why?
Because it's a sequel to Avatar.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a sequel to Avatar. It's a sequel to the next. It's the next Avatar, but it's not the same characters. That's the thing.
Bro, it's the literal sequel.
You literally have characters from the last series.
Yeah, you have characters.
Like Korra is the next Avatar after Aang.
A literal sequel would be seeing Aang as an adult setting up Republic City. This is not a sequel to Avatar. It's an Avatar series.
Okay, but they touch on that too.
Yeah, they do. You get that. You get that in there.
Because it's a sequel.
Literally, one of the first people you see is Katara.
All right.
Okay. Why did you not like it?
I got a middle of the road opinion, probably. I want to hear what Afro thinks.
Okay. I agree that I don't think it's bad, right? But I think the issues that Korra has that makes it a little bit distracting is because I do believe strongly it is a sequel. And the biggest thing from Korra to Avatar is how linear Korra is. And because it's linear, it does come off inconsistent in certain arcs. Like season 1 starts off really fire, ends in a way that, you like it or hate it, whatever. And season 2 kind of like the villain is just not as, you know what I'm saying? That the core of what he is nowhere near as cool as the first nigga, right? Then season 3 pops off for no fucking reason. Pops the fuck off. And then season 4 is just like this regular villain shit.
All right. So
there's a reason. Hold on, real quick, to kind of piggyback off that. On top of that, the stakes on Korra are also mad inconsistent. Because like season 2 should have been the season 4 finale with that end boss fight and everything, and like the stakes.
Oh yeah, bro.
And then the stakes for season 3 feel so much lower. I don't know, like that's all over the place.
Bro, I keep saying it, like after season 4, coming after season like 3 and 2 feels like having a Frieza arc and then having like an Emperor peel-off arc.
Yeah, they were told in the wrong part. Emperor peel-off.
Bro, you know that kind of thing. I'm thinking about it now because really, if you just kind of mismatch certain things that happen to those villains with proper like if you give the thing that happened to the nigga in season 2 to the nigga in season 1 and put him at the end, fire.
Okay, so
do you know why?
Clarify this for the sake of the creators. Like it doesn't help the show because we're rating the final product. But every season from season 2 onward, they didn't know if that was going to be the last season.
Yeah.
They didn't get renewed till next time. But it doesn't change the fact that it fucked with the way the final.
Even season 1. Season 1 started off with shorts.
For what it was enjoyable. Yeah. But it's just it's hard when you compare because it's a sequel, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from
I was just gonna say, like, looking at the series, season like book 4 was the weakest by far. It's like
I feel
like book 3 was fire, and then all of a sudden it goes to like, all right, we got a Gundam.
I will. We got a gun. All right, but that concept.
I'm even more mad. This bitch literally becomes Godzilla in what, book 3? Was that book 3 or was that beginning of book 4?
Like,
doesn't matter. She literally becomes Godzilla, but when fucking a Gundam shows up, you don't become Godzilla yourself again?
Oh, I'm not gonna hold you though. That like Gundam concept was like that shit was fire. I liked it. Nah, I thought that shit was fire. They just used it in a way where it's like this is the final shit. You know, like they should have dropped that earlier because that shit was heat.
You're fighting a Gundam and like these niggas are throwing water balloons. I'm like, I'm not into this at all.
Low key, in my opinion, I think Kuvira should have been the season 1 villain, right? And then you have the season 2 niggas stay season 2, but don't have him get that thing at the end. Yeah. And then keep season 3 the way it is, and then finish it off with the nigga from season 1 at the end with the Dark Avatar shit.
I agree with that.
Because the only thing that was boneless about Amon was just like he was just some regular water bending nigga, bro. It's just like what?
Man, I was very confused.
I realized you didn't hear me when I said it because for some reason I cut out. So you're telling me Korra has a fucking Susanoo is what you're telling me.
No. We're talking about the villain Susanoo essentially in season 4.
Because that's better.
Because if you
he doesn't get a Susanoo. He doesn't get a Susanoo.
If you see
Okay,
it, yeah, you
in
understand
season
it.
2? Season 2?
You know what saved season 2 was the story of Juan.
Juan,
Yeah.
story in fire,
I
bro.
want more about Juan.
And this is why I would say Korra. I feel like Avatar the Airbender, like Last Airbender, is consistently good.
It's perfect.
It doesn't have like as many low lows as Korra, but I feel like Korra's highs outweigh Airbender's highs. Like,
so here's what I like about Korra.
I don't know about that.
Okay, hold on. I need him to elaborate on that.
There's not a single fight in Airbender that's gonna top what I saw in season 3 of Korra. Like the fights.
Yo, when
are you
wrapped around the head.
The fights?
Bro, I've never heard Thunder Nut like this.
Bro.
Tell me a fight that's better.
I need to. I gotta run this back. Are you saying that Korra season 3 fights are better than that in Avatar?
Tell me which
okay, but listen. I do agree with that, but the thing is by then they had a way bigger budget. They had a bigger budget. They knew what to do, and their choreography was on point.
Yeah,
so of course it's gonna be better. Of course it's gonna be better.
We're right in the final product.
I can't say bigger budget. I can't say that.
I need to understand the perspective of better he's coming from choreography or like
choreography.
I will say the choreography.
Even in terms of villains,
we're literally comparing like Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2. Like the improvements from 1 to a sequel is going to be better as far as like
we're doing so well.
Don't know if that's the analogy.
Yo, I can't. Why are you attacking him, bro?
We were doing so well.
Tell me that Xenoverse 1 is better than 2.
No, obviously no one's saying that.
No, we just wouldn't make that comparison, Rhyme.
I built Fighters 2, so I can't get Fighters 2.
I get what he's saying, bro.
I'm talking about sequel wise. Like they know, like they had more features. They had more. They had their bugs, like stuff. Like they know how to like put together.
Listen, we all understood what you meant.
Yeah, but both the games was
I recently rewatched Avatar from start to finish, and book 1 of Avatar Airbender, the animations they just had no budget.
You know what I always love though? Like not take a shot at you, Ryan, but this happens. Like when you get in a conversation about anime, and there's always that one nigga who recently watched it and just woke as fuck. You know? It's like you can't tell me shit.
Kayla never
finished it.
Kayla never liked Avatar, and then she saw Katara one day. She was like, "Yeah, let's watch this." I'm like, "This is what it took." So we literally just rewatched from Avatar to Korra. Like I'm talking about it. We finished it last week.
Same.
But yeah, like I was saying,
hold on, just real quick on the subject of Avatar's animation, I would just like to point out the fun fact that Avatar: The Last Airbender was in fact heavily inspired by the one and only Fully Cooley Carry On.
Wait, really?
Yes, yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I'm gonna rewatch it.
Avatar was very.
I'm a rewatch. All right, I need Moon because I think Moon and I are about to agree on something.
Well, I was gonna say even the villains. I feel like even the villains for season 3 outweigh everything in fucking Airbender. I just feel like
Hold on. All right. Yes. Moon and I didn't agree on something. What I thought Moon was gonna say. What I thought is the fights in Korra are way more brutal. Like they'll do like the nastier hits. Because Aang in almost every fight Aang ever does, he's running away and he's avoiding. That's like the Airbender tactic. Korra will like shit whip somebody. The way that one character dies in season 3 is so brutal. Avatar would never do anybody like that. I don't know.
Are you talking about when they killed the Earth Queen?
I'm talking about when they wrapped a metal thing around somebody's head.
That was
what. And they just
Okay.
Even when Tahir literally took out all the air in the Earth Queen's body.
Bro, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Season 3 specifically touched on death a lot more than
the reason why they were able to get away with that with Korra is because they knew that people who watched Avatar grew up, and they're like, this is going to be a series for the people who grew up with Avatar.
And I will say though, like if you forget season 4 exists and you take the ending of season 3 as the canonic end, that shit's fire. That shit's fire.
But I'm curious if you think, who do you think is better than Amon then? You think Fire Lord Ozai, the guy that's want to blow up the earth with just comet power, that's a better story than Sahir has to tell?
Right, but I do have to counter y'all, right? Because we talking choreography, right? But we're not talking about weight of the fight in comparison. What makes how would I say that? Choreography is one thing, right? But the weights the fight have, we still giving it to our Avatar, correct?
Yeah. Because even like the heaviest weighty battle in Korra, I feel like season 2 was like the most weighted, but the fight that we got for season 2 was trash. I feel like the fight weights in Avatar Airbender was way more like the moon shit. Like that was like
bro,
nuts.
That's hardcore.
The weight of just the final fights in the final episode was just far none.
I couldn't sleep.
I can give you choreography, but if we saying the weight of the fights, like the fight as a whole, then I can't give you that.
The brutality, and I feel like in terms of like the villains and their character, I feel outweigh Airbender.
See, this is exactly why I have a problem in general with whenever Korra's brought up, because people are like, oh, that shit was trash. I'm like, did we not watch the same series? Yeah, I think it's a general consensus that the last Airbender is way better, but that doesn't mean Korra's trash. Like, there were so many fire moments in that series from start to finish. Like, and the fact that people look past her trash is trash.
I think it's just people being hyperbolic though, because everything these days is either amazing, god tier, goated, or trash. Like, I feel like
but like I feel like when people call it that, like I can understand it and it's fair to a degree, because you gotta look at because you gotta look at like the build up that was Avatar and how that show was structured. It's like if you're watching, because I definitely was the kid who was waiting every week for a new episode and shit.
I'm literally looking in Moon's chat. Korra's fucking bad, motherfucker.
No. But like I'm saying from the perspective,
but
right?
Moon chat.
It's like the weight of what Korra is.
That's not real people.
Yeah, the weight of what Korra is and like the impact it has is nowhere near the same of Avatar.
Well, like, again, you have to like I can't like put Korra and Airbender the same, because literally the developments were like half season 4 wasn't even fully aired on Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon took that shit off air. You have to go online.
I thought all of it was not on.
No, it
season
was.
4 was not entirely.
No. Like the whole I literally like that was like the only show I watched week in and week out for Korra. Like they were even sure they were gonna even make another season. Season 4, Nickelodeon midway through told them like, yeah, it's gonna be online. Like,
damn, they Yu-Gi-Oh! GX'd it.
Yeah,
that
like
was trash.
They heard girls kissed in the end, and like then they even got rid of that, but they still ripped it off.
They didn't even do that.
Heard girls.
And then 2 weeks later,
they held hands and walked into
so the original ending was that they were gonna kiss, right?
Yeah.
And then when the fucking Nickheads got wind of that, they were like, oh, okay. And then don't do that. And then they're like, okay, we'll change it. And they still yoinked them off air anyway. Meanwhile, the season before, somebody just blew up their own head. But
even for that,
kissing was too far.
Even for that, they progressively kept screwing over because like they changed the time slot and everything.
Essentially, they planned for like a book 5 then.
I gotta say,
I want to say that.
Touching on that romance, bro, it didn't need to happen. Korra didn't need to be with anybody. I thought that was so forced. Because they didn't have the freedom to fully go in it the way that I'm sure they wanted to. It's like I just don't understand the point to still bring it in. I
feel like,
you know,
and like I guess they gave enough like quote unquote hints for people to say I see how like they saw how the relationship blossomed, but I felt it was very lazy. Like I felt like for something like that.
Here's why I think it was fine. The reason why it was fine is it was supposed to be another way to look at the Avatar as a normal person. Because the thing is the entirety of the series, she doesn't want to be the Avatar. She wants to be a normal ass human. And she keeps getting forced to do stuff like trying to learn all the elements and shit. Even at the end, she don't be the Avatar anymore. Like that's why they did it. But
all of Avatar, he's trying
it was
Katara.
Like, I don't think frame fucking one. They were like, all right, you gotta go after Mako.
I don't.
I think all of their relationship in Korra is forced. I agree with
you. I disagree. I disagree with like she not wanting to be. The first frame with her being a kid is like, I'm the Avatar, and you gotta.
Yeah,
she's
gasping.
But she was like immature. She's like, damn, this shit tough.
The issue with Korra, it happens every season. The issue with Korra is like, she's missing guidance. She knows she's the Avatar, but she's unsure of how to lead the people as the Avatar. It isn't like she doesn't want to be. Most of it's her figure out what to do, and like her making decisions that are impact. Like a lot of shit that she's did, like even after season 2, like with the spirits entering like the real world and shit, like that's huge. Like the shit what she did for the Avatar line, that's huge, and that was a decision that ultimately she had to make. Like she had to make some pretty tough decisions in terms of like the whole lore of Avatar.
So what I got from that is like, as you watch Avatar, the Last Airbender, you're told that Avatar is this great person that does all these great things. Like they just have all this wisdom and knowledge, all that shit, right? And you never get to see that with Aang because obviously what happens, he was obviously disappeared for 100 years. Yeah. So the reason why they do that is when you go into Korra, you think, oh, okay, now we got a normal timeline. There's no war going on. What happens? Like this, Korra's about to be like a badass. She's gonna know everything from the start, and she's just a dumbass because she's a normal human that has to go through like the growing of learn to be Avatar, which ultimately happens towards the end. That's why they did that problem.
I don't know if like they showed all the Avatar being great people. Like, wasn't there one that was just straight up killing people?
I don't understand that.
I feel like the Avatar shit was all perspective because like even in the comic shits, they don't really show it, but that nigga Aang had enough of listening to them niggas, and he also cut like ties with them to a degree.
Yup.
And Korra also got to the same point.
If you look at avatars, the ones who comes to mind first? You got Roku, because he's basically the person that guided Aang. The next person is Kyoshi. Those are like the first go-tos. We don't really know much about the other avatars.
Bro, don't
but like in Korra, what they do is they break down the avatar from the spirit, right? So it's like Korra just doesn't agree with those niggas, right? So she's just like, yeah, fuck that noise. So
yeah,
I feel like more so she just wanted to do her own thing. That's like
that's what she did.
That's
I was just knocking niggas out, right?
Yeah.
I ain't seen Korra, but I just heard about Kyoshi with the real one.
She moved a whole ass island. She said,
I need the Kyoshi book. Like I need the Kyoshi.
She was brutal.
The Kyoshi
she would just show up and bust bitches and like.
The problem, alright, you stay over there, nigga. We over here. It's like, what?
Last Airbender developed the story of Avatar. Korra, then kind of gave an idea of like a more adult version of the Avatar series. I feel like Avatar has enough fans now where they could just create their own thing. If I don't know how the licensing is, like if Nickelodeon still owns that shit or whatever, but if they don't, if they can do their own series to follow stuff like Kyoshi, I guarantee you we will all get behind that shit.
Wait, Thunder, when you said you wanted a Kyoshi book, did you mean like you wanted to order it, or like you want them to...
No, I mean like the books made into anime, like Avatar book 1, book 2, book 3, whatever.
Dopen, what was that one Avatar where like everybody hated, but like he low-key was doing like mad shit for like the whole community?
I think we talked about a lot.
Me and Dopen talked about this a while back. There was like one Avatar like everybody hated him, but like he dead ass was like
Kurok. You're talking about the waterbender one, right?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah,
like
he literally was risking. He lost his life early to save everyone else.
What the fuck?
Like, that nigga got the most blame because niggas like, oh, he's lazy. His wife or girlfriend, whatever. That's the face that you see the face eater has. Homeboy lost his girl. Literally lost his life fighting spirits, and everybody was like, all that nigga did was surf. That nigga did almost as much as everybody else.
If you look at it, like no Avatar had like a perfect, like amazing, like heroic, like most of them, like if you look at the right person, like there's also some dark things that like you go and say, I don't really agree with that, like.
Now my favorite
about Korra though is they have continuity of shit that you saw in Avatar. Like when they showed Zhao in the Cloud of Lost Soul, that shit was fire.
That was fire.
Yeah.
The fact that they fixed stuff, like not fixed, but like continued and said like what happened, that shit was dope to me.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Do you say that, but you still don't think it's a sequel?
It is a sequel. It is a sequel.
I like how you brought that all the way back around.
Bro,
oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's a sequel to the story of Avatars, but it's not a sequel. You're not getting Aang. The thing is
you are getting Aang.
We literally see what?
Get him
We literally see the quote. He literally talked. What was it? The niggas right there, first 5 episodes. She's like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Bro. Literally, Aang's kids are teaching her.
All right, then here's the thing. Let's just push the kids out of it. Literally, what is it? The 5th episode. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any help. And Aang shows up and said, hey man, we're with you.
It's like what, 40 episodes of Aang then? No, it's not. It's a sequel to the Avatar series.
Who says that the main character from the previous has to be in it for it to be a sequel?
Bro,
what has that been the rule?
Okay, wait. The Avatar series is the Avatar series.
Hey, Rhyme, have you ever heard of James Bond?
It's a sequel.
Like, sure, Aang is the most memorable.
They made a couple movies.
I love you, Thunder.
The James Bond series? With all the different James Bond?
Nah, man, but it's not a sequel. They're not all the same ones. You don't see the original ones there the whole time.
Yeah, it's not the same character.
It's a terrible example to me because I don't fuck with James Bond.
You're just dumb.
Okay, well, how about Star Wars? Then, my nigga, you ever heard of Star Wars by chance?
All right.
Nah, man, Yoda's not in all of
Iron Man 1 and 2.
Nah,
War Machine.
What you War Machine? Bro, it's not the same guy.
This was all an attack, bro.
That nigga went from light skin to dark skin really fast.
My nigga got the reverse div on him. Holy shit.
All right, well, real quick, we can dive back into Avatar, but I see some of my my niggas in here, so I want to kind of ask this question. Anybody can jump in, but there's only 2 voices I'm really expecting to hear a lot. So,
say it.
How we thinking about the animation of Attack on Titan?
I mean,
all right, guys, I'm gonna head on out.
Yeah, you do that, bro.
Yeah,
you do that, bro.
Anyway,
You do that, bro.
Anyway, me and Thunder,
Oh, Hom, this is gonna be Hom. This is gonna be very.
You got Doto here too.
No, here's the thing, and Doto's here
I'm in
too.
Thunder and Doto.
The backstab.
Here we go.
But the three of us. But the three. Well, okay. The reason why I asked them, right, is because they read the manga. You don't read the manga, so it's like, I want to be careful about this because I can't sit here and. I'm hearing your perspective. I'm gonna ask for your perspective specifically because you anime only, right? But I need my woke niggas real quick, bro. How we think about the animation real quick? Yeah, I'm being an elitist. I'm sorry.
I'm all about. Yeah, I'll go first. I'm all about it. A lot of people brought up the CG Titans, but clearly, like, I'm confused. Like when they choose, like they did the flashback stuff really well in 2D.
Yeah.
And like they did really cool shots, but also I didn't hate the CG at all. Like the Armor Titan looked fine.
I didn't hate it either. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not hate it at all. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say I like it overall. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10.
You're so positive.
Thank you.
What about you, Thunder?
Okay, so I like the CG. I think it's just fine. I know when they originally were doing when Wit was doing the Colossal Titan CG, the reason they said they do that is because for slow moving things, it's like a lot of drawn frames. Toastie would know more about this than me, but it's like a lot of drawn frames to do that, so CG just works out better in the long haul for all that. But I think it looks fine. The only thing that got me was there was a point right before Armored Titan cleared a bunch of cannons off the wall where he looked like he was moving like a human, not like a Titan. Like he rolled really fast and he got up super quick. I don't know. The movement felt more human-y to me than Titan, and that's literally the only gripe I've had so far. Is I'm like, Wit wouldn't have done that.
My man's was running like Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
I wanna ask you before we like get Hom's opinion. I want to see like what do you guys think about the pacing though? Since you know the manga, without bringing up any details.
I do think I can't truly judge the pacing until the next episode.
I agree.
The next couple episodes are gonna be a lot.
Yeah. That's when I can judge the pacing.
And this is where we can bring it home.
Yeah, no. But before I get into bringing home, I gotta elaborate. I was looking at some videos on YouTube, and there was one that showed with some of the the foreshadowing that the series shows from episode 1 onwards, and I saw you.
I saw that
video,
same
Doto.
video.
Yeah, I know. So without saying a lot, right? How this shit comes together, how they're elaborating it. Do you like how this ending is probably going to play out?
I do, yes. I'm just.
Okay.
I think, to be honest, I might be in the position where, however it ends, I'm gonna be like, that was a fucking masterpiece.
I can't not see myself saying anything opposite of that. Like I think it's gonna be my favorite fucking thing of all time.
I'm so hyped.
Are we talking about? We're talking about manga ending? Sorry, I blacked out for a second.
No. So this was something like it was like a video, right? Where a dude went back on like from episode 1 onwards, showing a lot of foreshadowing to anime and manga people that they've shown. And I saw Doto seen that video. So if you watch that video, you can kind of see how they're probably going to end it, right? So I don't know. I was just curious how you would think of the ending overall.
Okay.
I'll link you
that video, but
yeah, I'll link you that.
I will tell you the only ending that I know for sure, like I wouldn't be thrilled with right now, is if we get Avengers Endgame.
I get what you mean. Yeah. Did you know they released the last panel like a while ago?
Yeah, isn't it? Well, I'm not gonna say
it. Yeah. So like we're almost there. Like we're right close to that panel. It's like right there. All right. So Ham though, as an anime only watcher, right?
Yeah.
What are your expectations of what you think's about to happen? Like how are you feeling about it?
So based on the conversations that me and Doto has had, after every episode, I'll start noticing things, and then I'll start going back to like previous episodes and like the season 4, like synopsis trailer. I'm like, all right, it's time to make my theories. I feel like this, that, and the third is gonna happen. And anytime Doto doesn't give me an answer, that's how I know I'm kind of spitting.
Yeah, it's so tough to be in that situation.
Because that's the thing. Doto won't say anything. He'll just reply with like Lamau, and I'm just like, yeah. He knows
I did that. I think I did that for the last one because I was just that's a tough situation to be in.
I saw the last episode and I was like, wait a minute. The setting looks kind of right. All right, Homeboy got introduced. And I was like, wait, season 4 trailer. They showed this.
Yeah.
Doto say it ain't so. He's just like, haha.
I guess there's no spoilers in this.
I
really wish I could be part of, but I remember promising a homie and we was gonna watch Attack on Titan together. And then
we're not doing this again.
In a week or two. You tried it, bro. You tried that shit, bro.
We're not doing.
You tried that shit. You tried the fuck out of me, bro. I didn't snake you.
First of all, I didn't say no names. First and foremost.
Yo, shut up.
I don't know why you have such a guilty conscience.
Afro, you're telling on yourself.
No, because I know what he's alluding at. But like, I still have a thing with upload.
All I said was I had a homie who I promised to watch Attack on Titan. He didn't die. Sometimes it feels like he did, but he's still around.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any spoilers in
I say
this.
die, and y'all like, whoa, stop. I'm gonna hit a Dion, bro. We said it all the
time. All I'm saying is I promised this homie I'd watch it, and I ain't heard from him since.
All right, bitch.
Hey, it's gonna be anyway. Doto, what did you put? Oh,
that was weird as fuck.
I just got the conversation.
That was definitely how I reacted. It was like literally like right after the episode.
Friend request better.
This is gonna be kind of super off topic, but it's also kind of relevant.
We need that.
Wait. Before you kick over, I want to ask Afro because I've talked to Doto about this. Afro is there's a scene coming up. There's gonna be some fresh squeeze justice going on.
Oh my god!
Not gonna be one of the coldest scenes in anime. My man is ready. I'm so ready for this.
Bro. The one thing I'm hoping for what's about to happen, the music better be on fucking point. I better hear insert song, like that shit better be fucking insane, bro. Insane.
I want the season 1 callback. That you know the beat drop in season 1 when all the real shit starts going on. I miss that song. That song.
Okay, so the trailer song, I heard the full version of that, and I can't remember what it's a connection to one of the older songs.
Okay.
Like the full version of that. So I'm expecting that song to be like fully played out on that scene.
The reverse of that song happened at the end of the season 3 fights, I think. When they're trying to go reclaim the wall right before they get in the basement, they play like it's the song, but it like plays in reverse. Like the loud parts are quiet and the quiet parts are loud. It's kind of hype.
I did not catch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right before the fights to reclaim the wall.
Okay, one thing that I will say about Attack on Titan as a fanboy before we get up, because I have to say this, bro. One thing about this show that I have not, if there is a show that's like this, go ahead and like let me know. But like the show has such like heavy secrets. And like it's thought out so well from the beginning to the end. It's like, for instance, the basement shit, right? You get to the basement, and if you were to rewatch everything past, like from like the beginning to the basement, you have a whole different perspective on everything, right? And even some shit that's happening in the manga, like there's gonna be some reveals, and if you go back and watch the beginning to that point, it's like you're watching, like there's so many things that they put in there that you're now seeing. It's like you're watching something that's kind of new in a way in a lot of aspects. Like the story keeps on evolving to a large extreme point with like little secrets that get revealed like throughout the thing. I have never seen a show do that before.
I don't think there's many shows like that.
I get really torn when I do my rewatches of Attack on Titan, because on one hand, like I know where like the more downtimey spots are, but on the other hand, every time I do bother to watch them, I see 7 things an episode that I didn't catch before that like, oh, that's a mad foreshadow. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, crazy.
I'm sure you know what I'm going to mean when I say this. Like, no spoilers, obviously, but there was like a couple of chapters back to back where I went back to rewatch it like twice. I was like, no, that can't be. Let me go back and. Nah, that can't happen.
There's one specific thing. Can we talk about stuff that happened in season 2? Or is that too spoiler heavy?
I say it's been long enough.
Season 2.
People in chat say
so remember the castle?
Life ago.
Yeah.
The castle. So I went back, like when I watched it again, and I see the castle wall falling, and I look at Bertolt.
Oh,
I didn't notice that the first time.
He about to bite his fucking finger.
Dog, I didn't notice that the first time.
Episode 1, you see the 3 of them. Like when they're all really little kids, at different points in time, you see the 3 of them like right before shit happens, right before everything goes down.
Yeah.
Like it's all that whole.
I don't like Afro trying to get me to read the manga by fucking
Reiner is such a well-structured. I'm about to fanboy. Okay, what are you saying, Rhyme?
I was gonna say half of this chat is going to become rich royalty within the next year, and I feel like you all should know that what me, Nano, Thunder, and Doto did the other day. We have invested as a joke. Fucking Doto made $2,000 out of this joke.
last night.
Rhyme that tank today. It's back up a little bit, but it definitely.
No, it's still up. I'm still in the green.
Hey,
so
Doto made his quick flip. He was in and out real quick. One pump chump. You know what I'm saying?
Reference.
What are you talking about?
Let me explain. So you know what Dogecoin is?
Oh yeah. That shit going
Yeah.
bang.
So as a fucking meme, Thunder and Nana were like, yeah, we should buy like $100. And Doto just goes, I'm in, $2,000. We're like, bro, like,
we're
same
mean.
guy that we can't convince to spend $20 to buy a Switch memory card. He just went all in. As a joke, we thought it was hilarious.
I was joking too.
Next day, that shit doubled, and he made $2,000 and just bounced it out.
Yeah, I knew that shit wasn't sticking around. I was like, all right, time to pack my bags and go.
Hey man,
go buy that island.
Bro, I'm still in this shit, and I'm still up.
Doyaville.
And you only started with
Doyaville.
No, I threw in 1,000. I bought 130,000 shares because like right now, at the time it was worth like 0.006 of a cent. Now it's 1 penny.
Do you know how to like see? How do you say it? It's like studying to see like where it's gonna be within a week or so.
I mean,
you do that shit?
The thing about it is, I think it's like 2 years ago when it first came out, it jumped like to 2 cents. That was like as high as it got. And then it crashed, but it's been kind of like steadily going up, like slowly. It does this thing where it goes up and down, because end of the day, it is a meme. But the thing is, it's like, because of what happened this past week, people all started kind of catching on. They're like, you know what if this does turn into something? Because end of the day, that's what Bitcoin was. Bitcoin was like, yeah, what if this turns into something? And it worked. Because I figured, all right, if I toss in $1,000 and it bangs, great. If not, well, fuck it. I just threw in $1,000. So I'm actually hanging on to this shit for like the next couple of years.
Y'all see the level of tax bracket?
Yeah, he said that.
This nigga being rich live in 4K, bro. It's fire.
But no, because like worst case scenario, it'll drop like maybe $700, $800, and then I could pull out a year, like whatever. You know, I lost $200 out of a gamble. But at the same time, if this shit for some reason bangs, it becomes $1. I made what, $130,000 out of a joke?
No. We feel you. I'm just saying, like, you gotta understand how casually you like just.
Bro, you broke this nigga Andy and Moon's chat's ankles, bro. He said 1,000. Jesus Christ! Like, I be dropping this shit, bro.
That's like some people's rent right there. He's like, yeah.
Me, a poor,
right, though.
$150, and I've already pulled out fear. But anyway,
like me, you know what I'm saying.
Also, I just not noticed. I literally have Rust pulled up on my PC, and it says I'm playing RuneScape.
You're jumping into the Twitch wave of that.
Well, Nina bought a server.
Oh,
you have to buy a server? I didn't know that.
Well, if you want to be private, you have to buy a server.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, he has a server for 100 people. So if anybody in the squad wants to play, we can.
Bro, the problem with Rust is that no matter what, it's gonna turn into Rust, and I don't like Rust.
Weren't you trying to convince me to play Rust like a group of friends, though, Afro?
I have, but I'm saying no matter what, it's going to turn into Rust. Like, you're gonna build up your clan to a point. Yeah, you're gonna get all this shit, and you're gonna want to kill things.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, it's all fun and game until you lose.
Yeah,
as long as you know that, it's fine. Because I mean, I saw what happened recently. I'm like, people are mad at that. I mean, welcome to video games. Like,
there's definitely a lot of people out there like that.
I don't think it's mad. It's like, the thing is, it's like you spent weeks farming for shit
and
then having it stolen
in an instant
in a game where that can happen.
No, it's fine. It happens. It's cool when you're doing it, but when when it happens to you, it's like, I don't want to play no more.
This is like when we had like Minecraft servers and people were like surprised when they walked into their crib and they're just TNT everywhere. Like
no. I think it's definitely not like Minecraft. Like Rust is more
build
like
up a lot faster.
Rust is
way more brutal.
Rust is high risk, high reward.
But like, I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm saying like people naturally just be like, all right, I'm done. It's like,
I also feel like what happened with the streamers who did it, they have way too many people. Like,
they do have a lot of people, and
if we have our own little group of people that play it, we're not gonna get like that wild with it. Obviously, if I see Dada walking out by himself, he's gonna get shot in the back of the head, and I'm gonna do that. Like,
that group of streamers was apparently enjoying themselves quite a bit until they just invited chaos into the server, and then
they invited somebody that didn't have their same goals. They're like, I'm just gonna kill you guys.
Chaos.
I like how you called them chaos.
Rust servers just remind me of like playgrounds. Like, hey, we're playing for keeps, of course. And then once you lose, it's like, hey, can I please get that back though? Can I please get that back? Can I please get my stuff back?
Give it to my dad, and then he died. Please, you'll know, like,
Thunder, you lag. Come again?
Get their stuff.
I think we're playing the wrong game.
No, you guys didn't have kids in your school who would lose stuff and then make that up so they could get it back?
I never got that far.
From school yesterday. They'd be like, "Yeah, he just died yesterday."
That shit would have worked on me if I.
I'm running out of grandmas, dog, huh?
See, for us, it was either give me back my stuff or fight for it.
Yo, speaking of murdering friends,
it sounds more right.
Normal stuff.
Speaking of murdering your friends, y'all need to get on Project Winter. That shit is so fucking funny.
Yeah, I saw the clip that Dion made.
The funny part about that clip is literally you can see when he kills me, he formulates this idea in his brain when he saw that he can put my skin on. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. But I'm like, all right, wait,
that shit was great.
You're gonna believe me? The second he walked through, everything fell apart.
All right, quickly, Rhyme, quickly, explain to me what Winter is.
Okay, so Winter is basically you and 8 people are inside this, like, you're in the middle of winter. You have to survive. 2 people are imposters. Obviously, it's similar to Among Us. The goal is for you to kill the other players. Everybody has an end goal of basically fixing a generator, finding a helipad, and then escaping. But in the meantime, as an imposter, you have, like, basically similar to Among Us, you have a bunch of extra things you can do. But everybody can, like, for example, everybody can kill each other. So if I walk up and I'm not the imposter, I can just body Afro for no fucking reason. Obviously, you'll think that I'm the imposter if I do that, but everybody has the freedom to do that. But essentially, like, the thing that's good about Winter instead of Among Us is the fact that regardless if you're an imposter or not, it's fun to play. Like, it's fun to be a survivor. It's fun to be an imposter.
You know what's really tight? You know what I really love about Project Winter is that it doesn't stop every 5 minutes, so you have to yell at your friends for a bit and like try to out-talk people.
How do you really feel? There is proximity chat, so like you'll just be walking and you just hear Donald's dumbass screaming, "Help!" It's like, what? I'm being attacked by a bear.
I was.
All right, hold on. On that note, we can go back to that, but I am curious. What is everybody's thoughts on Among Us now?
I don't care.
It's been a while.
I never liked it, and I never will.
Well, to niggas that ideally played it, like, fuck.
I played it and just didn't like my time playing it. Then I played it again.
Like
I know why you did it.
The problem is you need 10 people every single time, and finding 10 people to sit down at the same time is that alone stresses you out so much to the point where you don't want to play the game.
Among Us is so heavy with, like, if you don't get in the right people, you're just not having fun.
And the thing about Project Winter that I can confirm now,
too many people that are like too loud, you will never get to talk, and then you'll get voted off for being too quiet. Like that. Like there's so many.
Yep, that's what I felt.
There's so many variables to Among Us that I don't know. I don't know what the longevity looks like.
You can't get voted on Project Winter, but what they can do is exile one person, which means you just come back to the cabin because like you have it's a survival game, so you have health. You have warmth and you have food, so you have to like keep like finding food. You have to like go near fire to like warm yourself up. Like if you get voted out frame 1, you still get to play. Is it free?
All right, Rhyme. You actually that sounds way better than Among Us.
Dog, it's so great.
Next time you play, I might be down. I might be down.
As someone who played both, like I don't know what the longevity. I don't know if the longevity is going to match Among Us, but I am having a lot more fun in Project Winter.
Winter, that sounds way more fun than Among Us.
But the thing also about it's like Among Us is like 4 people that made it. This is like an actual game with like an actual like group of people made it. There's different modes in it too. You know, you got the baby version of the game, which is a little bit. You can just hop in and just kind of play, and you got the bigger one where there's more like, this is something I love. In the big version of the game, the normal version, everybody also has roles. So you can be like a hacker, you can be they have
detective, innocent,
detective. Yeah, they have actual things where everybody gets to sign an actual thing.
It's more mafia than because you get like more roles and shit.
Yeah. Because like, for example, like to find loot in this game, you need to find bunkers, which can only be open if you have like 3 or 2 people with you. You can also be a hacker. If you're a hacker, you can open it on your own. And they also, if you're an imposter, they have various like chests around the map where only you can open. Or if you are a what's the role for it? There's a role for it. Defector, I think it was.
Yeah.
You can open those yourself as well. So like, there's a lot of shit. It's like, did you just open that? No, I'm a defector. Don't worry. Like, there's a lot of more mind games, and it's like.
Like there's shit where like if you kill somebody you can steal their clothes. So if nobody's really paying attention, like if Rhyme runs off and kills me and he steals my clothes, people could see me in the background later and like literally not think anything of it if I'm not talking. You know what I mean? Like, there's a T-shirt over there doing whatever.
No, yeah, but the one downside to that is they tell you to speak.
Yeah, they ask you to speak, and then it's
Alright, but if you got a goal
and
Doto,
I was thinking that,
bro.
You definitely could pull that shit off.
Me and Doto were playing in random lobbies just now. Which, by the way, random lobbies in Among Us, cancer. Random lobbies in this game, fun as fuck. Dog, let me tell you what happened to me earlier. I pop into a lobby and there's a kid who's like, "I'm new to the game. Can someone teach me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." In the pregame lobby, I'm like, "Yeah, this is what you do. You do this, this, and that." Game loads up. Guess who's the imposter? Fucking me. Frame 1, this kid goes, "All right, Rhyme, me and you can be best friends. Tell me what to do." I'm like, "Bet, follow me. I got you." I'll make sure no one's following. You can find way you can fuck with shit. So I poisoned the bunker, and I'm like, all right. He literally watched me walk up to the bunker. I poisoned it, and then go to the next one. I say, "Hey, you open that one. I open this one." He goes, oh. I'm like, what happened? He goes, I'm poisoned. What's going on? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Must have been imposters. I don't know. And when I watch his health go down, he killed him. He goes, oh, come here, my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You gotta
Wait,
go.
no, hold on. I want to add on that Rhyme's such a piece of shit that he died to another guy that tried to save the new player but failed. And then Rhyme came crawling back to base where I was. He was like, no, the new player got attacked by wolves. I was like, you piece of shit. He did not get eaten by wolves.
Y'all love that wolf thing.
No, well, so what happened was, as I killed them, so the random motherfucking half of me in the middle of nowhere shows up and goes, well, no, the imposter is, so he's running back to exile me. And I get there and I'm like, I run to Dono, I'm like, Dono, he just fucking attacked us, man. Yeah, you got
the wolves got him. I was like, what are you talking about?
And of course, Dono being a piece of shit and not helping his friend, he kills me. And then, you know what, to fuck with Dono, I DM him, like, you know what, just to let you know, I wasn't the imposter.
Yeah, you were metagaming. I was definitely scared because of that. I had my Twitter DMs open. I kill Rhyme and it's like, I get 5 DMs like, no, seriously, it was not me. Of course, a single drop of sweat drops from my forehead.
I see.
That was my first experience in Project where Doto was talking us through it, and I was like, I was like, I know Doto's gonna get the imposter and fuck you, whatever. I knew it was coming, but I didn't.
When you die, you can still like attack people. You can, because again, the role of the game is you gotta eat, you gotta stay warm, and you gotta like get health. So you can do stuff like where you can spawn a fire as a ghost, or you can spawn cold to make them colder. So you can still like attack and still support as a ghost, whether you're an imposter or not.
All right, so I was talking a minute ago. And Doto and I were running. This was our first round, and Doto and I ran off somewhere. And like literally, as soon as we get out of earshot from the camp, Doto just goes, "So you think this is far enough?" And I'm like, "What?" And he pulls out a shotgun.
Hold on. Did everybody see the clip of Doto when he fucking betrayed me with Nano?
Oh, that hurt me so much,
bro. Doto lost his fucking mind on stream after that. Like,
bro, I saw you were that shit found me. That was so gruesome. I was like, oh,
it was just Nano pleading for his life.
We just post Doto's perspective.
Do you guys see yourselves playing this?
Yeah, no, yes, no, it's funny because look, Lotus just DM me goes, well, you're just playing for fun.
Wait.
It's fun.
Lotus specific question.
Just on the description, it sounds way funner than Among Us.
Well,
look at that clip.
Let me see.
Lotus, did you say longer than Among Us or just long in general?
Longer than Among Us.
Yeah, see, Among Us was a while. I feel like we played that for months.
Yeah, it lasted for some months.
I don't know.
That shit was
the
mad
only
annoying.
reason why Among Us lasted so long is we didn't play it nearly as often as like the average streamers.
And
the reason why is because it's so hard to get a game going.
Yeah, it's hard to get enough players to run that shit.
But that's the thing is, again, I just sat down and played this shit for fun because you can just load into a random lobby and it's enjoyable because they have like proximity chat.
Yeah. Oh, this nigga Curry did not just drop 62 tonight.
Huh?
Oh God, that was great! Oh God! Hey, what's up, everybody? Nano, if you want to shoot him, if you're the traitor, and you want to shoot him, I won't tell nobody. For the bit, of course.
Shooting in the background.
They have different walkie-talkies in this game. If you find like a yellow walkie-talkie, I don't know how many there are in the map.
There's yellow and blue.
There's yellow and blue. So in this situation, both Nano and Doto had a yellow walkie-talkie. So while I was with them, going to my potential death, they kept talking in secret. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers they're both the imposter. I'm dead. And then I noticed that Doto walks away, and Nano's just quiet. So I'm like, okay, he's talking to him on the walkie-talkie. And the second he walks away is when he starts shooting him.
That was just, I think my favorite time with that game is anytime I get to be imposter with Thunder. Because it's like if he sees you like killing somebody, like for his defense, he's acting surprised, but he's just like, "Oh no, Hom, what are you doing? Somebody help!" Oh, never mind, nobody's around.
You have blowfire play?
You can't just mash killing like in Among Us. In Among Us, if you walk on somebody, you can just snap their neck and then that's it. In here, you have to like swing your weapon, and then when they're down, you still have to kill them when they're down. So like they have a chance to scream like help, help, help. So like you have to be smart with your kills, which is something else I like about this.
I did enjoy Rhyme's first game where he kills me, but he doesn't really like finish me off. I can still crawl. He drops me and goes and then runs off. And he's like, guys, didn't do anything. I was getting attacked by wolves. And then you just hear me in the background, guys, it's him.
I didn't know.
Bro, that actually I tried to kill Thunder one time, but I forgot he had a walkie-talkie on him. My dumbass knocked him down and he radioed for help. I was like, oh, I should get going then. I should leave.
Oh, that was because it was me and Nicole. Like we were both like chilling, and then all of a sudden I hear Dotto go, so you guys have a walkie? Yeah. So you heard all that?
Yeah, it's not a good day for me.
Yeah, anybody across the chats, if you want to check out Project Winter, don't worry. Even if you have no friends, it's still fun. You can just go into
random people.
Yeah, no,
like literally that game. You can play that with literally anyone.
The only complaint I have from playing the past 2 hours is there were like 2 lobbies where people were way too pro at. Like, are you everybody know the rules? Do this, that. Hey, Rhyme, go stand over here and press the button. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I was like,
I remember I found this like fucking blue thing and I carried it back to the base. Like, why do you have that? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just found it. It's a shiny blue thing. What do I do with it?
That was funny though.
But
just Rob standing there with a toy.
Yeah, in that game's defense, we were in like the normal version. They have like a basic version and a normal version. Basic basically is like the mini version of the game where they don't have like the rolls and stuff. It just kind of go in and out.
Beginner map.
Yeah. But it is hella fun. It's $10. It's on sale too, actually. Yeah.
Dotto and I played a game with randos, and it became a VOD deleter. So I don't know. I can't entirely.
That one was unfortunate.
I kind of knew from the beginning that it was gonna be something where the first guy was like, y'all got it? What are you talking about? You know, I got it. Do y'all got it? What do you mean? And right before the match starts, HIV. And I'm just like, what? What? Huh?
Yeah, that last guy. It was just right at the end too. He just let loose in the post-game lobby. He was mad.
My favorite game was
me and Donna were playing, and there was definitely a couple you ran into earlier who were like pushing it. Like, can you say that?
Hey, look, man.
I don't think you can do that.
I like it because anybody can be chaotic. I forgot what had happened.
I bet you do like the chaos.
I definitely do.
Nano over here, while he's getting murdered by Dotto, is like, "Don't worry, I'll be third imposter with you."
But here's the thing: Nano was pleading for his life at that point.
And the fucked up part is, I bet you he would have. He definitely would have.
Hey, but here's the thing: if I'm Survivor, I'll play Survivor. But if I'm Imposter, I encourage the chaos. I forgot who it was. We were playing with No Kami last night, and I forgot. I think me and Nano were imposters. They killed off Nano. I have to watch because whatever. Kami takes Nano's identity and then just starts shooting everybody. And I was just like, you know what? I'm with this. I'm trying to win.
I'm mad that I spent an entire game last time marinating Dion, only to try to kill him with a crossbow that I never used before, so I didn't know what to do. And then when I started doing it, I didn't realize that there were ghosts there healing him. So I'm like, all right, well, there goes that entire fucking.
Yeah, I was out here getting supported.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about it is just proximity chat because it's so fucking dumb. Because Rhyme radios me, he's like, yo, I'm alone with Dion. You think I should kill this guy? And I'm like, yeah, do it. 30, not even 30 seconds, radio kicks back on. Hello! All right, that did not go too well. He did not kick his ass.
I'm telling y'all, this game is literally great for anybody.
That sounds hilarious.
This game is great.
Hey, if y'all want to turn this into a session of Project Winter, I still got my game open.
I'll kick over right now.
Shit, yeah.
I'll turn the game on.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's only $10. If you spend the 15, you get everything.
The lobby limit is 8. That's our cap. Right
but also, if we end up playing this tonight, the podcast has to end because we'd have to.
No, I was literally just about to say. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. If
you guys are starting a session, that's the end of the podcast.
We could wrap this up in the next 10 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, we got Moon 2 hype for Project Winter the podcast.
Closing out with one of my favorite comments I've seen tonight in my chat. I screenshotted this because I just felt the need to bring it up, even though not that many people care. But someone said, can we talk about how Dragon Ball FighterZ doesn't need a season 4 or a sequel? They should just come out with a version strictly for next gen with 6 to 8 new characters, 5 more stages, alternate outfits, and rollback netcode, and then call it BFZ Zenkai Edition.
Just that?
That's it.
Something like
that actually is a sequel.
It's a fucking sequel.
That actually is a sequel.
Why would they do one more season when they could just simply do an entire...
Wait, Lotus. I need to drop some jewels here real fast because a lot of people think if they introduce rollback netcode that it will eliminate this thing called lag, and that is not the fucking case.
Yeah,
the game will still lag.
You playing on your shitty ass Wi-Fi is still gonna suck, but it'll suck less.
Yeah.
Also,
God.
rip for all the Naruto niggas that was hoping for Arc System's next game to be a Naruto Fighters, and it was just a Dungeon Fighter.
Loud right now, bro.
Also, Dungeon Fighter, that game looks fire. Not to mention that MMO, Project Barbecue, that shit looks heat as well.
Now I'm hungry.
That shit look heat.
I could tell that was popular because when I like tweeted out that Naruto shit, people were like, "You don't know." I was like, "I'm getting attacked already." This shit must have its fans.
Nah, but people definitely still are clamoring for like a Naruto fight. Like I saw even Justin Wong put out a poll like a week ago, right? Where he was like, if you could have an anime get the arc system treatment like fighters, what would you pick? And then like the options were like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto won by a pretty big margin.
Yeah. It makes sense.
People really want that shit. But I mean, they have to know how bad people want this, but there has to be some sort of licensing reason or assumption as to why they're not.
So,
or maybe they are and we don't know.
Here's what would have to happen. One, it would be Boruto, number one. The way Shueisha works on their games is whatever series is going on. It would have to be Boruto number one.
Yeah, it could be Boruto's
Naruto characters.
Two, the problem with Naruto and I guess Boruto in general, it's more of a casual audience. So I'm telling you, the next game is probably gonna be something in the lines of Shinobi Striker, or they might bring back the Storm style games, which is not a bad thing. I think Storm style games.
I'm gonna back out. Well, yeah, no, I'm hoping that Demon Slayer game is a Storm style game.
Now, Rhyme.
That we don't know anything about.
Is Boruto a Naruto sequel?
Oh my God. You know the funny thing is, I was thinking about saying the same exact.
I was gonna ask the same thing back during that conversation.
You're not taking my explanation for what I view as a sequel.
I'm asking you a question. You didn't.
No,
answer.
it's not. It's the story of fucking Boruto.
But Naruto's
still in it, but it's not about Naruto.
But what's the title of the anime? Rhyme, your idea of a sequel, then it literally has to be the same character. It's not.
It's called Boruto Naruto: The Next Generation.
My definition for a sequel is it's literally the continuation of that story. This is not the story of Naruto. It's the story of Boruto. But it is a sequel. It's basically. I think the best explanation is, I saw in a chat earlier, is it's a sequel, but it's not a direct sequel. Those two things are two different things.
What? I'm gonna hit you.
Rhyme, as far as I understand, you made up your own thing that what sequels are.
I think the issue is.
Hey, Rhyme, how do you feel about Star Wars?
Rhyme is saying, but we're looking at the definition of sequel. That's the disconnect we're having.
The disconnect is this nigga stupid.
Yeah. I have to say that this furthers the argument for Avatar, because they're literally both Avatar. Like, that's the story of the Avatar.
No. It's technically the same person.
I said I said it's a sequel to Avatar. It's not a sequel to Aang.
But it's literally.
Nigga.
But
You might get jumped.
Look, I'm not gonna have this conversation with y'all because y'all fucking stupid. Like,
This nigga doubled down.
I kind of respect that though.
Absolutely not.
I kind of respect that though. That was like
That was a power play.
You got check on
y'all are gonna try to attack him after that?
My issue is you're not understanding what I'm saying, and you're misconstruing what I'm saying to make me look like a fucking dumbass, which is not what I'm saying. So fuck you.
I think I got the nerve.
All right.
You guys think of that meme of Principal Skinner where he's like, "Am I out of touch?" No.
The kids that are wrong.
It was crazy.
That was. I did not expect that. You know what? I'm not gonna talk to y'all about this. Y'all just stupid.
That was a power play. Not understanding what I'm saying.
No,
and
we
you're trying to make me come out like a fucking
disagree.
dumbass when you're the fucking moron that doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Hey, look, dog. It's time for you to fight back.
So what's the point of having this argument when you literally understand what I'm trying to tell you here?
Well,
because that's what a back and forth is.
Anyway, guys.
No, I like how you brought that whole.
Up, bro. I like this shit.
I like
Thanks
how
for coming out, guys.
Dog, all I hear is Afro go, "No, you did not."
Hey,
bro, because he has some fucking
No,
nerve.
you
Gotta
did
flip
not.
that shit like that.
That shit was wild.
Team struggle
mighty
up
bold.
here.
I love it, bro. That was hella bold. You said, "No, you're stupid." Like, how fucking dare you?
I think it's a good one.
It was the "you're" for me, bro, because I was trying to be like but I was trying to not dogpile and be like, I get where you're coming from, and it was "your." That meant me too. I'm like, hold up, bitch.
He said everybody.
Hold up, nigga.
As somebody asked, is Batman Beyond a sequel?
Bro, let it go.
No, what's crazy is that's valid too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It is also valid.
Like, come on,
We should
but
make a
Batman
shirt
Beyond
called
a
Is
sequel?
It a sequel though?
It's about Batman. You see Bruce Wayne in every episode.
If you make another shirt release after the first shirt release, is that a sequel to the first shirt release?
You know?
Is this shirt a sequel?
Ryan's gonna start swinging on
Could a
niggas.
shirt be a sequel?
I'm neutral. I like
You don't
the
sound
shirt.
very but you
Nah,
fired
here's the
him,
thing.
though.
You
But
were
fired
neutral
him,
until he
though.
said you're.
But that's why I'm making a joke because I'm involved now. So
You can't be neutral no more. You clown.
You entered the fray. You entered the
Hey man,
fray.
get your licks in.
Anyway, I think it's a good enough podcast.
This is a great.
What the fuck is wrong
Yes,
with
we
you?
definitely.
What the fuck is wrong?
Welcome to the Everyday Beat Struggle, where we end however the fuck we want.
I like that. Hold up. If you say it like that, what am I to do? Say no?
Right, and that's where we ended up.
Afro forgot his way, man. You do. But we'll definitely have like a good proper one for like next week. Hopefully by then everything is ironed out. But yeah.
Yeah. They're supposed to come on Wednesday.
Oh, bet.
Bro, hold up. Someone in your chat said I changed. Before we go, hold up. Everybody peep this time out. I have less tolerance. Anyway.
He low-key did change though.
Hey,
Balvin, we have to loop back in, Balvin. Are you now added?
Don't piss me off.
Am I Afro?
Don't piss me off, bro.
Answer the question.
I'll let y'all get that off next.
We could have answered the podcast.
Answer the question.
I'm ready to attack, bro.
It's a yes or no question.
I don't feel like answering your question.
I don't really feel like it.
Okay.
Now here's the options, bro. It's attack or we in the podcast. What you want to do? What you want to do?
I'm asking you a question.
What you want to do, bro? Are you laughing?
Be your friend, man.
Yes or no?
Buddy.
Do you want to be my friend?
Oh, now you want to play all docile with this. Shut your bitch ass up, bro.
It's a friend request.
I gave you an option.
It's a
We
friend
in the
request.
podcast and we proceed, bro. What you want to do?
Did he still ever add you back?
It's a
Tom, yo, shut up, bro.
Why are you getting so violent?
Oh my gosh.
This is y'all king?
You're asking this group of why they're being so violent.
You're right.
Yeah.
My fault. I'm bugging. I'm bugging.
Toastie?
I'm bugging.
Yes.
Toastie?
Afro.
What did I do? What?
Toastie, what is Miles Morales? Go.
I call it a sequel, honestly.
Why are we still here?
Nah, Toastie, it's just DLC.
You're right. It's a DLC sequel.
Nah, man, it's a sequel to Spider-Man. Nah,
What do you want? I must know what Toastie is eating.
we are letting this nigga have it.
Why are we still doing this?
We are letting this nigga have it. Look, this all could have been avoided if he ain't called.
Ryan, we love you.
Hey, suck my fucking dick.
Let's go. Let's go. Justice for Rhyme.
And niggas
Justice.
Oh, I'm not with
This
them at
nigga
all.
Balvin really came through and said all lives matter. Shut your bitch ass up.
Let's slow down, guys. Let's slow down a little. You jumped very far. You jumped very far.
I was like,
I'm trying to pick my man up.
What you just played?
I know what. Stop shooting him, bro.
Oh my god! Wow. I don't.